Sprinting is a science. To run fast requires a lot of training over years. You need to work on acceleration, sprint speed, sprint endurance, plyometrics for a good bounce, heavy strength training and fast lifting. All of these topics are covered in the last weeks. When it comes to the right and effective sprint training, it's also possible to train the wrong way. An ineffective training can increase the risk of injury, and it's even possible that you get slower instead of faster. In this video I will cover 5 mistakes you should avoid as a sprinter. Stay tuned. One of the most common mistakes is overtraining. The training as a sprinter is very tough, because you always train with maximum power. You always try to sprint as fast as you can, and in the weight room you do a lot of heavy strength training. Most athletes forget that track and field is a very individual sport, so intensity, volume and recovery is different on each athlete. In general, you should decide after warming up how hard you are able to train in every training session. Typical symptoms for overtraining is sleep issues, muscle soreness, frequent colds and infections, loss of appetite, lack of focus and for sure struggling with training and performance. You have to know it's normal to feel sore after hard training sessions, but as an athlete you always need a good body feeling between load and deload. Second common mistake you can have as a sprinter is lack of flexibility. Especially nowadays when everybody is sitting on the computer or watching Netflix on the couch, the flexibility of the human body has decreased. There are many studies online which show the advantage of flexible athletes. Before every training session, dynamic stretching is necessary to prepare your body for fast movements. After the training, preferable in the evening or on off days, static stretching will help you to loosen up tight muscles. I have a video on my channel about Eldoa stretching. Eldoa is one of the most effective static stretches for pain release and flexibility. Link is in the description. Not to stretch at all can lead to a higher risk of muscle fatigue, cramping or even muscle tears. In sprinting, a good stride length is one of the key factors to run fast. If your hips are not flexible enough, it's impossible to get an excellent stride pattern. The best example for great flexibility is Usain Bolt. He always got intense stretching from his therapist before every race. Next mistake you should really avoid is stimulating the nervous system into the wrong direction with over-distance training. As a sprinter you should run up to 300 meter for longer tempo runs. It will not affect your sprint speed if you do a couple over-distance sessions, for example 350 or 400 meter. Best example for that is Fred Curley, who has phenomenal sprint times in every single event. 100, 200 and 400 meter. But if you're running for example 5 km, you teach your nervous system to run consistent in a slower pace. As you know, to run fast you need to develop fast twitch fibers. The goal as a sprinter is to be fast and explosive. Your nervous system needs to learn the whole year to do quick movements. The next mistake you should avoid is ineffective weightlifting. Many athletes are thinking as a sprinter you need to do bodybuilding. Especially with all these reels on Instagram, you get the wrong idea how to weightlift to get fast. For sure, as a sprinter you need a strong, powerful and stable body structure. But your goal should be to build lean muscles. For a lean muscle structure you work with lower rep ranges around 2 to 5 reps. Bodybuilder work with high repetitions up to 15 to get a massive body. Another mistake you can do in the weight room is doing only heavy strength training. End of the day you want to move fast, and if you're doing for example deadlifting with 200 kg all year long, your nervous system only gets trained with slow movements. As a sprinter you also need to do fast lifts. Powerful snatching or quick step with light weight are excellent to get fast and explosive. The last mistake you have to consider as a sprinter is training on the track all year long. You have to know sprinting is extremely challenging for the body. As faster as you get, as more your bones and joints need to endure. Hips, knees and ankles definitely need to be mentioned when we talk about the impact of sprinting. Especially for younger athletes, but also for professional athletes, it's super important to train on a softer ground like a turf to protect the body. Build up power and stability takes a lot of time. Being smart about that will help you to develop much better as an athlete. End of the day, your health is everything. Usain Bolt and also world record holder of a 400 meter Wout van Aert are known for training on the grass. What's also possible is to mix it up. For example, you do 2 fast tempo runs on the track in spikes and afterwards a couple runs in flats on the turf. It doesn't matter what time of the year, running on the grass should be always scheduled in your program. Alright guys, that's the 5 biggest mistakes you should avoid as a sprinter. The outdoor track and field season is already going. If you want to see a video about 4 great exercises which help you to get faster immediately, click up in the left corner. As always, thanks for watching, stay motivated and see you next time.